So, hello Kushali, thanks for joining us here. Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your background and branch?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Kushali, and I'm a fourth year student in Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai campus, and I am pursuing computer science engineering, a core branch. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. So, how does it feel to be placed at Google?
It feels amazing because Google has been my dream company. When I joined VIT, I thought of being placed in like these tech giants like Google, Microsoft. I I used to think like, okay, one day I'll also be placed in one of these, and now it has came true. So it feels amazing, truly amazing.
So, what tests did you use for preparation? Course, website?
So when I was in my first year, I used to do hacker rank a lot. I used to solve a lot of questions there because CSE was my preferable branch. Only I had interest in it. So the first thing I started with was hacker rank. After that, I moved on to platforms like CodeChef, CodeForces, and Lead Code, obviously. So Lead Code is one thing that you should always be doing if you want to crack these companies. Apart from these, you should also develop some technical skills. First of all, you need to explore what you are interested in, be it web development, AI, ML, cyber security. These are all the domains that you can explore. And once you find out your interest, you can make good projects in these. So for these things, you can purchase courses on Udemy or even YouTube, and yeah, you can go ahead with these.
Yeah. So, which language you usually code in?
I usually code in CPP, but I also use Python because if sometime I'm in a test and I forget the syntax, so I switch to Python. But yeah, most of the times it has been CPP only.
Yeah, and that's great. So, how did you prepare your resume, and what tips would you like to give for making a good resume?
So first of all, the thing is, don't have that two column format. It's not like it won't work, but I suggest you to not have that. Either download a template from some website. I use the Yale format. So there's a college named Yale. You might have heard about it. So I downloaded the resume template from that website, and I filled in my details. You can also use the Harvard format. So these are the two formats I would suggest. Apart from these, what you should be having in your resume. So if you are a fresher or in third year, second year, first year, so you might not be having an internship experience or any experience. So you can totally skip that. The things that you should be having must like having in your resume. I am expecting you to be a college student. First of all, it's education, your college and your 10th 12th percentages. Apart from that, the skills that you have and technical skills, what languages you code in, what tech stacks you know. And there should be a field of projects. You should have three good projects in your resume. So and you should be knowing everything about it. So most of the times they pick your resume, they pick a project and ask you questions from it. And you can also add a field of certifications and achievements if you have any. So these are the things that you should be including in your resume. Apart from this, you once you build your resume, check the ATS score of your resume. So try to have max to max ATS score. There's also one thing, you can use action words in your resume, and for each company you can have a different resume matching their requirements. So if some company is focusing on one task, you can tailor your resume to focus on that thing more. So this is the key to make a good resume according to me.
How many interview round were there, and what type of interview did you?
So for Google, there were there's an initial shortlisting round. So for our college, they allowed 6+ CGPA. After that, there was an online assessment coding round. So from that coding round, there were after that there were three different interview rounds. So they were a mixture of technical and HR rounds. For example, I had three rounds. Two of them were of 1 hour, and in those, 15 minutes were given to HR questions. And in the tech, you they ask problem solving only. Hmm.
So, what were the biggest challenge you faced during your preparation and interview?
The biggest challenge I faced during my preparation was lacking focus and not being consistent. Like, there are times when you think, let's leave all this and just let it go, but you have to be consistent. So the this is one thing. Apart from this, when I was giving the interview for Google, I actually had my internship at Microsoft. So for the last 2 months, I was fully invested in my projects and was not able to give so much time to problem solving. If the internship would not have been there, I would have given more time. But and like, for overcoming it, I used to give some time to problem solving on weekends when I did not have to go to my office. And I took out some time from my schedule and I continued with problem solving like this.
Yeah, that's good. So, approximately how many candidates were shortlisted after coding test and proceeded to the interview?
So, for the first interview round, I think there were 29 candidates that were shortlisted from the four campuses that we have: Vellore, Chennai,
Yeah,
Bhopal, and Amravati. After this, I'm not sure how many candidates were able to reach the third round, because, as I mentioned, there were
yeah,
like four campuses and I was not able to communicate with all of them. And they sent me a link personally on my Gmail, so there was no list present to,
oh,
get
individually.
to know. Uh,
So, how important are internship and projects in getting placed like a company Google?
Um, the six students that got selected, all of them are having an internship somewhere. One of them is in Intuit, the other one is in SAP Labs. Me and Achintya, we were in Microsoft, and two of them are in Amazon and PayPal. So I think that it makes a difference, but it's not like you are a fresher. They are not expecting you to have an so much of
Yeah,
experience. If you are good in problem solving and are able to think logically and properly, then I don't think they would have this. Okay, this person should have an internship experience. For the projects, yeah, projects you should have, like I mentioned earlier, you should have at least three good
yeah,
projects. Like three good projects, according to me, it's fine.
yeah.
You can add or subtract the number as you want.
Okay. So, did you practice any mock interview and did they find useful? Like you find it useful?
No, for me, I did not give any mock interview, but like I mentioned, I was interning at Microsoft. So before Google, the day before Google and the day after Google's interview, I was having interviews at Microsoft only. So on Tuesday, I gave a tech interview in Microsoft. On Wednesday, I had these Google interviews, and on Thursday, I had another interview in Microsoft. So I was giving interviews regularly only, so I think that was making me practice. But as of mock interviews, I did not give any.
So, any final thought or message you would like to share with the viewers?
Yeah, the most important thing, like what I think is, be consistent, have fun, and enjoy college, but make sure that you are consistent in what you are doing. So if you are liking competitive coding, be consistent. It's not like, okay, you should be doing a lot of things on one day and rest for the
Yeah,
like
okay.
for
Yeah,
for like a week. So you should be consistent in whatever you are doing. Solve one, two, three, how many problems you want, but on a daily basis. Apart from this, if you leave something for a lot of time, no, you when you will get back, you will face difficulty. So make sure you revise things and focus on having a good academic background, like try to maintain your CGPA as much as possible, because being in VIT, it gives a lot of perks if you are a 9 pointer. Apart from that, some companies also ask core subjects like operating system, computer network, database management system. Oops. So revise your concepts of these subjects also. Yeah. So consistency and hard work and smart work, all this will help a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all for today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.